Yo, what the fuck is going on, you guys? It's your boy Coop back at it again with another UFC predictions video. This week we have Anthony Hernandez taking on Gregory Rodriguez in the main event. This one is pretty sweet. It's a pretty good card overall. It's pretty decent top to bottom. Not the best card of the year, but definitely not the worst. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get into this one. Honestly. First fight of the night, we got Chanel Dyer versus Elise Reed. I'm going Chanel Dyer here. I think that she's just a bit more active. She does more. Honestly, she's the favorite for the reason. I think that she's going to either win a very convincing decision or land a big knee to the body or something while Reed is trying to take her down, because I think that is going to be her path to victory. I think Elise Reed is going to try and grapple here, but I think that Dyer is going to be able to keep it on the feet if she wants to, and or even be the one that controls the grappling. Either way, I'm going to go with Chanel Dyer to get this one done. Not going to think too hard about it. Moving on up the card, we have Jackson McVeigh versus Wes Schultz. Now, this is another one that I'm not going to think too hard about. Also, you hardcores will know this is basically the main event. This is basically WrestleMania. These two long-haired white guys are going to go out there, probably try and grapple fuck each other. And I'm 99% sure Wes Schultz has already submitted Jackson McVeigh on the regional scene, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, we're just going to pick Wes Schultz for that reason alone. I think this one's going to be kind of a boring fight. Hopefully they keep it on the feet, but I could see this one being a lot of jiu-jitsu on the ground. Moving up the fight, we have Gage Young versus Stan Dorsonville. Stan Dorsonville is pretty badass. Watching his highlights, I didn't know much about him then, before he got signed. Now that he's here, he likes to hit the emotes in the fights. So does Gage Young, honestly. Both these guys kind of like to emote during the fight. I think this one's going to be a banger for as long as it's going. They're both decent on the feet. They're both decent everywhere, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Gage Young, actually. I've seen a lot of people picking Stan Dorsonville, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Gage Young. He had a really decent fight with Quillen Salkild. Gave Quillen Salkild his hardest fight that I've honestly seen him fight in the UFC. I mean, it was on Dana White Contender Series, but ever since then, he's just been absolutely destroying people, and we know how good Quillen Salkild is. And, Quillen Salkild is definitely much better than whenever he fought Gage Young, but it hasn't been that long. So yeah, I'm going Gage Young to get this one done. Probably by decision. Next, we have Mauricio Barbosa versus Ryan Cuse. This one I'm picking Mauricio Barbosa by KO. I mean, this dude just has crazy fucking power. He throws everything into his strikes. I think there's a chance for Cuse to try and take him down and maybe keep this one off the feet, but I just don't see that happening. I think Barbosa is going to get a nasty finish here, probably early in round one, honestly. I mean, the dude just absolutely rips everything into these shots. So yeah, I'm going Barbosa to get that one done. Moving on up the card, we have Nasrat Haqparast versus Chris Padilla. This is another sick fight. This one's going to be, really, really fun, I think, in the striking department. Chris Padilla's an absolute menace. He has a ton of output. Nasrat Haqparast has good leg kicks. He's pretty good everywhere. I think he's going to look to grapple in this one, but I think Chris Padilla is going to be able to keep it on the feet, and I see him being able to put together I think he's just going to put the pace on Nasrat Haqparast, and I think it's going to be hard for Haqparast to keep up with just the sheer output that Chris Padilla puts on him. Chris Padilla has good elbows, really good kicks. I just think Chris Padilla is honestly really sick. He's kind of underrated. I think every fight that he's had in the UFC has been pretty close, but yeah, I'm picking Chris Padilla to get this one done. I just don't think that even though Haqparast looked good up until the Quillen Salkild loss, but I just think that Chris Padilla, he does not have the X factor like Quillen Salkild does of just putting you out, but he does have a ton of he has a ton of weapons, and he has a ton of just, like I said, output, and he mixes it up really well, and I think that's just going to be difficult for Nasrat Haqparast to deal with. So yes, I'm going to pick Chris Padilla to get this one done. Moving up, we have Shamil the fucking Blob versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. This one I'm terrified for Shamil, dude. I love Shamil Gaziev. I don't want to see him lose, but I think he's gonna get fucking brutally KO'd here. Kennedy has really good. I mean, he's good in the stand-up. He's not bad. I mean, he's a decent counter grappler, all things considered. He does get taken down a lot, which I think could be a that is the key to victory here for Shamil. I think Shamil could take him down, could smudge him, could make this one boring. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick Kennedy to get this one done by just kind of weathering an early grappling storm from Shamil Gaziev and putting it on him. He's nasty on the feet, and I think that Shamil Gaziev is gonna get hurt. Like I said, we're all rooting for Shamil, but I think that it's gonna be Kennedy and Zinchukwu's day. Moving on up the card, we have Jamal Emmers versus Larry Ann Douglas. I'm picking Larry Ann Douglas, guys. I'm not gonna put it any two other ways. I think this dude's super duper legit. He seems really good. Watching him, he is so much more straight with his punches, and I want to say dynamic, than Jamal Emmers. Jamal Emmers likes to loop his punches a lot, and I can just see him getting caught by Douglas whenever they get into these more wild exchanges, because Emmers, he doesn't keep it tight like you're supposed to. He starts winging shit and tries to get people out of there, which has worked out for him a lot of the time, but I think against somebody who is as good as Douglas is and is he's very tight. He likes to just keep his fucking, I mean, he keeps his guard tight. That's basically what the fuck I'm trying to say. He's much more technically sound looking than Jamal Emmers once he starts getting hit. Because Jamal Emmers doesn't look bad. He's got pretty sick Muay Thai, but I just think that Douglas is going to figure him out. And I think he's going to get him out of there probably in the second round. Next, we have Anthony Wint versus Terrence Chapman. This is going to be a sick fight. I'm going to pick Anthony Wint to get this one done. I think that this is just a kind of a layup fight for him. I'm excited to see Wint in the UFC. I think he's going to probably get this dude out of here in the first round, honestly. But it doesn't make sense to me why these guys are getting so much hype, like Bilal Hassan too, that aren't getting a UFC level opponent as soon as they get into the fucking UFC. Bedtime MMA said this too. It's fucking annoying, dude. It's like, these guys are clearly good. If you just watch them, they're clearly good enough to be in there. And like, obviously you don't want to lose your prospect, but it's the same shit that Dana has always bitched about in boxing. Same exact shit. And so it's like, it's just annoying that now that he's got the fucking Zuffa shit going on, all of a sudden it's okay to just feed your fucking stars, your star prospects cans. It's stupid, but I'm not saying Terrence Chapman's a can. I'm just saying that I think Anthony Wint is a higher level fighter than him, and he's gonna get it done. And yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do at heavyweight. We'll see. Up the card, we have Carly Judice versus Jalissa Chavez, I believe is how you say her name. Jalissa? Jalissa? I don't know. Either way. Fucking Carly Judice versus Chavez. We're picking Carly Judice. One of the few women that looks really, really fluid on the feet. She's had some pretty nasty finishes in the UFC. Just one of the more fun women's fighters to actually watch. Obviously, Chavez has her chance, but I'm going to pick Carly Judice. She's been here before. And yeah, I'm just picking Carly Judice to get it done. Moving on up the card, we have Markel Medeiros versus Mason Jones. This is also going to be a sick fight. I could see this also winning fight of the night. Both these guys are going to come out there to scrap. But man, I'm going to pick Mason Jones to get it done. I'm like kind of genuinely impressed with this dude. He has a really good gas tank. He's solid everywhere. Mixes in the takedowns really nicely. Honestly, I just like him. Like, he seems like such a genuine dude in all of his post-fight interviews too. I'm just rooting for the dude. Hope Mason Jones does well. Markel Medeiros, he's also pretty sick, got pretty good leg kicks, but I just think that Mason Jones is gonna be a bit more active and he's gonna win the decision. But, you know, this one's gonna be sick. I think both these guys are just gonna go out there and brawl. Moving up the card, this is probably the fight on the card that I'm most excited about. Reiniger Ritter versus Roman Dolidze. This is basically blockhead WrestleMania. This is the dumbest fucking fight the UFC could have made on pure just Who's gonna do dumb shit? These two. These two are gonna do some dumb ass shit, some wonky ass shit. RDR has a very, very like if you go back and just watch this dude, he just does some of the stupidest fucking things, and yet it works for him. Like if anyone else does some of the shit and gets into some of the shit in some of the scrambles that Reiner de Ritter does, they are getting their fucking neck grabbed and choked out instantly. And RDR just has this magic fucking way of just not having that happen to him. And against Roman Dolidze's fucking stupid. Every single time I watch Roman Dolidze, I think, wow, this dude is horrible. Wow, he's just standing there at range, just doing fucking nothing, trying to fluke a submission. And against Reiner de Ritter, that's not gonna work. Reiner de Ritter is like a fucking Slender Man human being. He's super duper lanky and just fucking stupidly built. And I think that he's probably gonna land some nasty submission on Roman Dolidze. But I'm just excited to see how stupid these fucking idiots, or how these two fucking stupid idiots throw down. I think Reiner de Ritter's jab's gonna be money this whole fight. I could see him also landing another big knee. But yeah, we're going de Ritter to get this one done. I think he's gonna finish Roman Dolidze just because Roman Dolidze fucking sucks. Moving up the card, co-main event, we have Sergey Spivak versus Vitor Petrino. I really think that Reiner de Ritter versus Roman Dolidze is a better fight than that. Should have been the co-main event. Honestly, they could have main evented over fucking Anthony Hernandez and Gregory Rodriguez if they weren't on, like, rankings wise. I truly believe that if you put Roman Dolidze against Gregory Rodriguez, I guess Rodriguez would win. You put RDR against Hernandez, honestly, I would probably pick RDR. So these fights could have been swapped. I don't, like, this is just a fucking weird ass matchmaking in my opinion. Like, why did they not book RDR versus Anthony Hernandez? I don't know. This just random shit. But either way, I'm going fucking Spivak, probably. I haven't really thought about this one that much, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think Spivak has the one-punch power of the two. Vitor Petrino would definitely get him out of there by putting it on him. But I could also see that. I could also see Sergey Spivak just getting randomly fucking heel hooked or something, even though he has pretty good jiu-jitsu. Yeah, and honestly, Vitor Petrino might just land some nasty shit to the body, too. The more that I think about it, the more that I'm thinking that Petrino might just be suited for heavyweight. I'm flopping my pick. We're going Vitor Petrino to get this one done. I think he's going to finish Sergey Spivak. I think he's going to basically put a bunch of pressure on him, back him up against the cage, probably crumble him to some big shots, body head, like just, you know, working him up against the cage. I think he's going to wear out Sergey Spivak, and that will be all she wrote. Yeah, we're going Vitor Petrino to get this one done by finish. Moving on to the main event, we have Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Gregory Rodriguez. This fight, honestly, is kind of weird to me. I don't understand it. To me, it feels like they're trying to get Fluffy out of there. I think they want Gregory Rodriguez to slime out Anthony Hernandez, and I don't know if that's going to happen. I think that this is the type of person that Anthony Hernandez beats up badly, honestly. This is because Fluffy doesn't really get nuked out cold, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's gonna get nuked out cold. He's got a pretty good chin on him. He got finished by Strickland because he got hit in the liver. Or maybe he got the air taken out of him. I need to go rewatch Finish, but I'm pretty sure it's a liver shot. And Rodriguez, obviously he's going to be winging nasty shit. He could probably get anybody out of there with just how fucking roided up and nasty he is. But, I just think that Anthony Hernandez is going to be able to mix in the grappling. He's going to be able to just wear out Gregory Rodriguez because we know RoboCop does get tired, and then he's just going to finish him. I think that this is going to be one of those, it looks nasty in the beginning. Anthony Hernandez might be getting beat up a little bit. And then once we get towards that 4th and 5th round, I actually don't even think we'll make it to the 5th round. I think in the 4th round, Anthony Hernandez will stop Gregory Rodriguez. Probably some big shots to the body and or just take him down and just maul him on the ground. Either way, I think that Hernandez is going to get this one done. I love Fluffy. I think he's a good dude. Yeah, I think he's going to bounce back. Strickland's the best of the best. I mean, he proved it after he beat Chimaev. So, yeah, I think Fluffy's going to get this one done. That's kind of my my whole spiel on the main event, honestly, guys. So, we're going to go ahead and just recap the fights. We got Dyer as my pick. We got Schultz as my pick. Gage Young. We went Barbosa. Chris Padilla. Kennedy and Senchukwu. Sadly, love you, Shamil. Please get it fucking done for me. We went Douglas. Anthony went. Carly Judice. Mason Jones. RDR. Vitor Petrino. And Anthony Hernandez. Those are my picks for the Hernandez versus Rodriguez card happening on August 22nd. Please make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, comment, share the video with all of your friends, family, neighbors, your grandma specifically. I know she'll love it. Most importantly, though, love y'all. Peace!